So Luke's outside gathering up or setting up the drill with the taps. And then the other parts of our equipment are the tubing that will go from the tap into the bucket, and then our buckets. That's all we need to do to get started. And then once we're boiling our sap, we've got our turkey roaster and our propane tanks filled. We're going to try, the room that I'm in right now is like they called it a 3-season room when we bought this place, but it's kind of set up to be like passive solar heat from what we can tell. And there's a pretty substantial gap, it's hard to see, up there at the top. So we believe that we are going to be able to boil our sap out here because we think it will vent well enough. Because last year we did it all outside. All right, my mountain man, what do you have?
Well, we have our maple tree taps and a couple drill bits because I don't remember what size we drilled last year. In our book, I think, has it at 7/16, which is too big. So, as my all-knowing wife remembers, thinks it was 3/8. And I think that's correct.
Wife never gets tired of being told she was right.
Well, it's just for YouTube, baby. So we're going to measure 2.5 inches down on the drill bit. Excuse me. Mark it off with tape so we know how deep we're drilling. And get started.
All right.
I'll put you in the tree.
So we want that angled down slightly, right, babe?
Yep. Slight angle, let gravity help. You pushing the trigger?
What?
Keep pushing the trigger. All the way.
Well, that's cool. You can already see there's sap coming out already.
Perfect.
I can see the sap.
Yeah. Then hold that.
Quinn, do you want to bring over a bucket?
There's a hole in the bag, Daddy.
It'll be okay. I got holes in my pockets too.
That's so cool. Is it already going to start dripping? Look at that. We've got, tap's been in just a couple minutes and you can already see
The sun's beating on that side of the tree,
dripping out.
so it's probably...
You see that, Goose?
Yeah. So on one side of the tree, Daddy is, doing another tap. And on this side,
Mommy's trying to skin her knuckles, getting the tubing on. Yep, just like that. You gotta watch what you're recording, so you're not recording the ground. So, tubing on. Tubing into the hole in the bucket.
the sap wants to come out, but then we trick it and it goes into a bucket.
So, one tap on a tree, 12 inches in
12
diameter.
inches.
2 taps in a tree, 24 inches in diameter. 3 taps in a tree, 36 inches in diameter or more. So this is probably also our least healthiest tree.
And last year was our best
It's
producing.
our best producing tree. 2 taps with some food grade tubing down into a 5-gallon bucket, and we'll go out and collect out of this typically once a day.
Once a day.
Every once in a while it'll be twice a day.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Brick on top, keep it from falling over.
That too.
And a puppy chewing on a toy, and a Quinn dancing. It works better like that.
Great.
So last year we thought this was going to be our best tree, didn't we?
Sure did.
Were we right?
What's that?
I said, were we right?
Not even a little bit. It's the worst one.
It was. So this is the first tree we tapped. What, maybe an hour ago, if that?
Probably.
Probably. And let's see if you can see. We already have tap flowing from both the taps we have in this tree, so I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, I think we're going to be boiling tomorrow. Finding it somewhat difficult to video and do anything, so I have a little bit of footage of us putting our taps in, and we've got 5 trees, 2 that are about 2 foot in diameter, and then we've got 2 that are about 3 foot in diameter. We're putting 3 taps in. Luke mentions at some point like 1 foot, 1 tap, 1 foot in diameter, 1 tap, 2 feet, 2 taps, 3 feet, 3 taps. So 2 of them, actually our 2 smallest last year were our best producers. And the one that's like, looks like it's in the worst shape, we don't think it's going to be around a really long time, actually produced the most. We've got 1 tree in the back. We've got a silver maple all the way in the back. That didn't do real well last year, didn't give us much. So we put the taps on the other side, so we need slightly longer hose for those. We're cutting some hose. I'm probably going to clean this off real quick. So starting tomorrow when I get home from school, I will go and collect sap. And I'll start our propane turkey roaster here with whatever sap we have, if we have enough. And typically, there's a puppy. Want to say hi, buddy? Lucky dog. Lucky dog. Say hi. Oh, are you Poopo? Yeah. So I usually start it and we get it rolling. And then, because I always fall asleep, Luke's usually the one that finishes it on the stove at night. So he's more versed in the finishing process. I usually just get it rolling when I get home from work. You're a good boy. Will you help him today? He definitely likes having projects and helping. See if Luke can appropriately demonstrate how you skin your knuckles while trying to get the tubing on.
No, you put gloves on, so you don't do that.
Oh, you're so smart. There we go. So this one, bigger tree, 3 taps. Hugged my tree hugging husband. All right. So periodically we're going to call for the dog because, well, he's a puppy.
Dog.
Yeah. So what'd you do today, baby?
I tapped trees.
You tapped trees.
I did. I tapped all the trees.
All the trees. How many of them?
All 5.
All 5.
That's a lot of trees.
Lucky, come.
5 trees.
You talk. I'll get the dog.
2 trees with 2 taps. Yeah, 3 trees with 2 taps. 2 trees with 3 taps. We have 2 red maples, 2 Norwegians, and 1 silver that we tap. I think technically there is 1 more maple on the corner of our property, but it's not really in a spot conducive for tapping. and it's also lost the main trunk out of it a couple years back in the storm. So, but sap's always running.
Yeah.
So someone might be brewing some coffee with some maple sap.
Ooh, hot sap.
Tonight.
That is delicious.
Um,
Not if I want to sleep though. That's a lot of sugar.
You
and a lot
never
of caffeine.
sleep.
That's true. That's true. Stay here with us, sir.
So, yeah, that was about it for today. So we'll go out tomorrow and check them.
Yep.
And my guess is if the weather stays like this, we'll probably be boiling tomorrow as well.
I was trying to remember. 5 gallons of sap made how much syrup last year?
It's 40 to 1.
40 to 1.
So you're the math teacher. So if we worked in the metric system, this would be real easy.
It would be real easy, but we're far too stubborn for that.
Yeah.
I think it was like a quart.
Carry the 2. There's a 9er in there.
There's 20. That's 20 quarts, because each gallon would be 4 quarts.
Yeah.
So yeah, that'd be a half quart. That'd be a pint. So 5 gallons of sap would give us a pint of syrup.
And that's your best case scenario.
Yeah, that seemed to hold pretty true last year. I thought
Ours held at 40 to 1
pretty consistent.
pretty well. That's
Yeah.
And we don't have any sugar maples, and that's a sugar maple ratio right there. So my boogas is running.
All right. Well, on that,
Booger syrup,
booger syrup.
40 to 1. I'm real sweet though. It might be like 5 to 1.
And that's a wrap.
This is gold. All right, came outside here at 7 o'clock. Taps have been running for about 3 or 4 hours. 2 taps in this tree, and probably looking at about a quart of sap there. So we'll definitely be boiling tomorrow.